Hi there, welcome back to the Tarot Genie, where you receive insightful answers from the tarot on your burning questions about business, career, creativity, communication, entrepreneurship, prosperity, and spirituality. Have you ever wondered how you can expand time? Well, today we're going to get answers from the tarot about that question, because time seems to speed by faster and faster as the years go by. That's a maxim that my freshman year roommate Sharon, and Sharon, if you're listening, I've always remembered this, that you told me this, that your parents said, as the years go by, as you get older, time just seems to speed up. And we want to slow down time. And my spiritual coach, Carol DeRay, says that we are capable of expanding time. And what I think she means by that is that we can be productive, we can enjoy doing a lot of things without feeling like we're chickens running around with our heads cut off, and that we can learn to savor each moment and truly enjoy our lives moment by moment. So that's the focus of my question today. Since it's been a challenge for me, I thought it probably is a challenge for you. And as I shuffle the cards, and right before I finish choosing them, I would like to share with you this week's resource. It's a book called Real Wealth: A Spiritual Approach to Money and Work by Jonathan Robinson. Had this book since 1999. It has a great story it has many great stories in there, but one that struck me the most was how he marketed his second book. It was called Little Book of Big Questions. And when he finished writing this book, he was figuring out what he needed to do to market it. And the first thing that came to his logical mind was that he needed to call about 300 stations, radio stations, to get booked on several, so that he could talk about his book and hopefully spur a lot of sales. Well, he called 300 radio stations, dreading every single moment of it, and he didn't get one radio station to put him on, to get him on and talk about his book. Demoralized by this, he shared the story with a friend, and what she suggested was that he do some meditation, turn within, and tune in to the value of his book, what he was really offering to his intended reader. So he did that, tuned in, turned within and tuned in, and he came up with an idea. And this idea was to call CNN and suggest that he be booked to talk about how this new work of his was an excellent stocking stuffer for Christmas that would help bring families together because of the nature of the questions that are in the book. CNN loved the idea. They booked him for 15 minutes. And shortly after that interview, it was picked up, or rather one of the television producers for the Oprah show at the time loved the interview and booked him on Oprah. And once he was booked on Oprah and the show went on the air, his book became a hit. Now that's an example of how he expanded time. Well, he wasted a lot of time when he used his logical mind to try to call 300 radio stations and hating every moment of it. But when he turned within and asked his intuition about the value of the book, basically he turned into the love element to his heart and to the value of the book. That elicited an idea that was highly productive, that was fun to implement, and created success for him. So hopefully the tarot today will show us how we can create more time by expanding time, have more fun with our lives, savor every moment of our lives. So I'm going to select 3 cards. I'll explain what they are. That. And right, the first card is going to represent our aspiration, which is, well, we want to expand time, and it's going to give us insights on that. So let's see what card came up with. The Moon reversed. Now the Moon is a major arcana card and representing a significant meaning. It means it's especially important. And the Moon is often associated with secrets and things hidden in the subconscious, or things that are unknown or buried below the surface. And what this suggests to me, given that it's reversed, and I asked the question, how can we expand time and insights into our aspiration? Well, this answers it by saying, yes, we are looking to find out deep within us the way, the path. And so there's this path through the mountains, through these scary looking, well, there's a wolf and a dog both baying at the moon, and there's a lobster coming out of the water. But it's suggesting often the moon is also associated with fears. So we want to get out of this whole sense of feeling like time is just speeding by. And that is a fear. I mean, that's a fear of mine, because I think, like, how am I going to get everything done with the remainder of my life and not just feel overwhelmed and not feel like it's just life is getting away with me, time is getting away with me. So I would say the first response of the insights that the tarot is giving us with the moon card is saying, yes, we are seeking to uncover the secret. This is basically mirroring our question. Yes, we're seeking to uncover the secret. Now, how do we get past these fears? How do we get past these dogs and to enjoy the journey of life? Because to me, this is saying the journey of life, that road is kind of almost like the yellow brick road. But it's a yellow road, there are no bricks, but it's kind of like the yellow brick road. How can we find our way to that and transcend our fears? So that would be my first, the first insights that seem to be coming from the tarot. And then the second card represents the obstacle. What is hindering us from being able to expand time? And let's see if I can get this without the glare. I had the Six of Wands reversed, another reversal card. And again, reversals can be interpreted in several different ways. Wands relate to purpose and passion. And typically when this is upright, this card is often associated with celebrations, with basically celebration. We have these individuals, and this person almost appears to be coming back from some successful venture, and there's a parade of people, and he's on top of his horse, and it looks like he's moving forward, and there's a celebration that something wonderful has happened and taken place. And what this suggests to me, given that it's reversed, is that at some level, if you're watching this video now and tuning into to this question, is that you are not celebrating life. You're feeling stymied somehow. Maybe you feel you haven't progressed the way you want to. Somehow you're not acknowledging or being grateful for what you have achieved in life. So I would say an obstacle would be this lack of celebrating your life where you are, no matter what has happened. Because every day in life is a gift. So no matter what is going on, we always need to celebrate our lives in some way. There is something to be grateful for. That's my first initial answer to that question, what the obstacle is. This individual is not suggesting that we're not doing this enough, that we're not moving forward with the celebration of life, that we need to celebrate life. So we need to turn things around and start celebrating life, no matter what. Every day, as you celebrate life, that will be savoring life. And when you savor life, time can expand. I have noticed that this week, where I often have a challenge. I have a busy morning. I like to do a lot of things before I start my work. I get up, meditate, I do spiritual reading, and I found that the time was going by too fast when I was doing my spiritual reading. But I did implement a technique called time boxing, where you give yourself a certain amount of time and say, okay, that's what I'm dedicating myself to. Focused on it with love. And I found I got a lot more done in that same 20 minutes than I had before. So that's an example of expanding time. When you are grateful, you focus, and more gets done. And finally, as the path forward, how we go about expanding time. Now the coins here, this is the Seven of Coins, or they're also called Seven of Pentacles. Let's see, we can get away from this glare so you can see the card. The Seven of Pentacles, typically when it's upright, deals with taking time to pause and contemplate on where we are, what we've been doing. The coins relating to time, energy, resources. And I would say, since the question, the path forward, how do we expand time, is to really prioritize, turn within, just as John Robinson did. turn within and tune within and really focus on what are our priorities, what is most important. We've been doing a number of things and focusing on really what is most important, because that is a way of expanding time. Because if you are caught up in too many idle tasks, things that are not priorities, that could be anything like social media, spending too much time in frivolous ways of using it, then time will go by. I know that if I get off task and decide just to idly look at Facebook or Twitter, and the time can just zip by and I've not gotten done what I wanted to do. So you really have to be purposeful. And this to me is suggesting taking time to really turn within and identifying what is a priority, what is most important. This person has accomplished things, but he's pausing and not looking too satisfied. He's not looking too pleased because perhaps he has scattered his efforts. He has scattered he's not used his time in the most productive way. So this image to me is suggesting that you need to turn within and really focus on your priorities. So in conclusion, putting all these cards together and looking at, well, the similarities is that they are all reversed, all reversals. So that's interesting. It's suggesting really tuning within, which is just what John Robinson did when he focused on marketing his book in an effective way, when his friend said, turn within and tap into the value. I would say that this is almost like the suggestion, I don't know whether it was a Buddhist or Dalai Lama, some spiritual figure said that if you are too really busy, and typical complaint is, I don't have time to meditate. If you're really busy, you need to meditate more. I think that's the core message here, is that you have these fears of life passing by, but you need to tune in and turn within to really focus on what's important and to celebrate life moment by moment. The celebration, that's this recognition, inner recognition. You need to turn around and start celebrating life no matter what. That will allow you to savor life more and to prioritize, really turn within and prioritize what is most important in your life. When you do that, when you don't fritter away your time at meaningless things, then you are going to be able to expand time and savor your life more. I hope this has been helpful. Please hit the subscribe button if you have found this is helpful, so that you can tune in to the next episode, which is going to be on how to overcome procrastination. And I will also suggest to you, you'll see in the link below, a piece of music to listen to this week to help cement the insights that the tarot has given us today on this question of how to expand time. Until next time.